Hi, I'm Graham, welcome to Man vs Film. This is going to be a movie review for Trainwreck.
Man vs Film.
Trainwreck is the latest comedy from Judd Apatow and it stars Amy Schumer and Bill Hader. Amy Schumer also wrote this movie and it revolves around a woman who's grown up with the words of her strange father's wisdom ringing in her ears. Monogamy is not realistic, so she does not commit to relationships, she does not commit to many things. She just enjoys the one night stands and pretty much using people or men. And this tale is about her overcoming that obstacle and finding somebody that, you know, lights up her life and somebody that she can see herself spending the rest of her life with, no matter how scary that is. Judd Apatow always creates these kind of movies that are a little bit cut above the regular romantic comedies, and this is the same as well. I find that the humour in it is really smart, it's quite interesting, and it fits into the story it's telling. It's not these physical kind of humour, although there is physical jokes in it. They all seem to fit into the scene it's playing in, with the exception of one scene near the end. Now, I've not seen Amy Schumer in anything before, but I thought she was a fantastic lead. She's not the best actress, but because this story is so tailored for her, she fits it perfectly. Bill Hader is an unconventional male lead in a romantic comedy, but he does really well with that role. His character could easily have been sidelined, been labelled strange, been labelled several things, but I found him to be quite compelling, quite interesting, and it's good to see the relationship grow, crumble and grow again. The supporting cast are all fantastic, especially Tilden Swinton, who is the editor of Amy Schumer in this magazine she works in. She was absolutely hilarious and probably the funniest thing for me about the movie. So the trailer's designed for this to portray a romantic comedy, and yes, it does have those aspects in it, but it leans more towards drama in it as well, and in some of the drama scenes the movie really excels in what it's trying to achieve. It gives an insight into these characters which you don't normally get in romantic comedies. You learn a little bit more about them rather than just the main traits that these movies usually project. There's subplots involving our sister who's happily married, settled down, having kids, which terrifies Amy, and that manifests itself through a couple of arguments and through just seeing how well her sister is coping with this alien life that she can't imagine. There's also the tale of her dad who's grown older and even more cantankerous and is living in a home, and she visits him and gets more wayward advice from the man, and it's easy to see how much he was able to lead Amy astray. As for Bill Hader's character, he's one that gets a lot more fleshed out the more he goes on, but you don't really find much of a backstory about the man, but you just kind of know, you know roughly where he is in his life and how he's got there, and you start to feel for him, and you hope that these two are going to come together, which is the main aim for a romantic comedy. You want to see the main leads coming together successfully. There may be one or two ups and downs, but you want them together at the end of the movie, and that's what you feel with this movie. It was 2 hours and it didn't feel as if it was as long as that. It'd be interesting to see on a rewatch how it felt. Some of the dialogue isn't ideal and doesn't flow naturally like normal conversations. It is set up for comedy and the characters aren't overly realistic, but again, you're going there to see two people fall in love and have a few laughs, and it succeeds in that. Now, I thought Trainwreck was remarkably fun, remarkably interesting, and a movie that I may watch again. I enjoyed it. Left the cinema feeling quite euphoric and happy and wanted to talk about the movie afterwards, which is always a good sign. Of course, the movie has its ups and downs, but it's still a good enough movie to check out. I'm going to give Trainwreck 3.5 out of 5, and I recommend it. I think it's something you should check out as soon as you can. I'll see you next time on Man vs Film.
Man vs Film.